C.A.R. The poem. Customised Amorphous Recycling. Rotating black rollers stretching away, twisting and turning all through the day. Sheets of pressed metal, dull, thin and grey, gliding along to the next building bay. Through presses and welders, an infernal chatter, then on again, rivet guns patter. Bending and bolting and crimping, such clatter, the construction of steel grows larger with matter. Little by little, a shape does appear, man and machine installing more gear. An engine, electrics, a wheel to steer, then on and up to the spray booth tier. Finally windows, seats, and the rest, for everything's thoroughly put to the test. All done and dusted and looking its best, rolls into the sun, it's a car, who'd have guessed? Time passes slowly, a machine on display. Is anyone going to buy it today? Peering, pausing, a seat at the wheel? Numerous triers, but no final deal. Then finally it happens, it's love at first sight, and it takes to the road like an eagle takes flight. The businessman drives with a regal disdain. The car's a tool, he's status to maintain. Big, brutal, dominant, heaving with power. Just one more block in his ivory tower. It's pristine, it's shiny, it's expensive and sleek. Fast, large, indomitable, a man at his peak. He rolls it to work and cruises round town. Indicators are needed for a car with crown. The rules of the road are for others to heed, like signals and signposts and maximum speed. But all too soon his shiny is dulled. Time for a new one, so this one is cold. Time passes slowly, a machine on display. Is anyone going to use it today? Sat on the drive for days on end, for shopping and preening, heaven forfend. The businessman's wife has friends to impress, a swanky big car, more kudos than a dress. The mirror is large, the leather seat's cool, for makeup whilst driving, the perfect tool. At supermarkets cuts the right sort of dash, and scratching another car just isn't a crash. But on the road, silly little thing, she rear-ends a lorry while admiring her bling. So now it wheezes and doesn't sound good, misfiring and coughing under the hood. Time passes slowly, a machine on display. Is anyone going to buy it today? Peering and pausing, kicking a tire, battered and older, no longer a flyer. And finally it happens, the price is all right. It sweeps to the road as the traveller takes flight. University's over, a decade's travail. Let's see the world, it's time to set sail. The motor, it's perfect, well, good to be fair, just needing some tuning, a little bit of care. At last open roads, freedom and sky, everywhere new, clean and fresh to the eye. And under the bonnet a contented purr, fields, mountains and lakes pass by in a blur. Loving begins, man-machine joy, capturing the adult, releasing the boy. A beauteous beast, and harness within, a tireless heart, powerful, shiny and trim. Constantly cruising, swishing past grass, glistening and sleek, reflecting like glass. Union of perfection, filling a need, the car for a rider, the man for a steed. Awakening now to the thrum of its tires, gobbling centre lines like long silver wires. A fusion of steel and leather-bound chairs, fast, furious machine, a beast with no cares. Then city streets hemmed in by the flow, pumping metal heart, no room to go. Oh, but the joy and the thrill of this life, to find new horizons, abandon the strife. Set free at last to finally function, to speed from the lights to a faraway junction. Car traveller drives on with a man-machine grin. Sensuous ribbons, long winding and thin, stretching away into unknown places, alien, exotic, vast open spaces. Hugging land's contours, caressing its swell, hands of a lover over a supine bell. Onward and onward and onward they went, till finally their ravenous curiosity was spent. Time passes slowly, a machine on display. Is anyone going to buy it today? Peering, pausing, a seat at the wheel, numerous triers, but no final deal. Then finally it happens, the horse meets the plough, and turns to the road like a tired and bent bow. The worker is happy, a bargain he's found, plenty of boot space and the interior still sound. The kids will be cosy, the missus kept sweet, and during the week it's tools on the seat. Of good solid construction, power to boot, a workhorse for years to bring in the loot. Car as a tool, not for posing, pretending, like the fools who race past at the lights their spurts ending. Gaining a car length, racing down every street. By the end of their road, they're down under 6 feet. Behind and before, as he goes to a job, they're dangerous or daft or out on the rob. All lovely cars with lovely interiors, but the Burks inside are the machine's inferiors. Finally a backseat as retirement calls. New little moster, no more plastering walls. Time passes slowly, a machine on display. Is anyone going to buy it today? Peering, then pausing, a salesman's jest. She's easily persuaded to take a road test. Amiable and mannered, eventually she crumbles, then pootles to the road, quiet, gentle and humble. To the middle-aged lady, he's a friend, not a car. To coddle, protect, not admire from afar. She felt for him, beaten and battered in there, wanting some love, attention and care. So Gregory went home to her little pad, to look after, clean, make him less sad. With his own little blanket, cushion and toy. Gregory's no partner, but a child and joy. A carriage, safe haven, a comfortable pod to convey her through hazards at a sensible plod. But the years march on and her body starts ailing. Driving is risky when your eyesight is failing. Time passes slowly, a machine on display. Is anyone going to bother today? An admiring look from a possible buyer. It's battered and old, no longer a flyer. The blow of exhaust, less gale, more breeze. Once more to the road, where the pensioners wheeze. The hot rodder loves it. Dad's bought him a car. In a couple of years, Formula 1 star. Anticipation thrumming, he goes for a spin to show all the moves that'll help him to win. He floors it, it's sluggish, like a thrashed out beast. And cornering west, it almost goes east. Stamp on the brakes, as for a hairpin bend. It ploughs onwards and onwards to momentum's end. Crying from frustration, disappointment and ire. Maybe he'll crash it or set it on fire. What was Dad thinking to buy him this wreck? Dad knew what he needed, why didn't he check? So down to the shore he rolled the old shed. Punctured the tank, out the fuel bled. Standing well back, dab hand at this. Tossed a lit match, blew it a kiss. Hot metal hissed as water hosed on, twisted and blued, all beauty gone. Alone once again, the firemen have left. A hunk of scrap metal sags into a cleft. Night has passed by, the dawn chorus starts. A tow truck arrives to shift all the parts. Then to the scrapyard that crushes a brother, ending an era to start off another. Rotating black rollers stretching away, twisting and turning all through the day. Sheets of pressed metal dull, thin and grey, gliding along to the next building bay. Through presses and welders and infernal chatter, then on again, rivet guns patter. Thank you, I hope you enjoyed that. It's a bit longer than some of the others, but I'll have another one for you shortly. Thank you, bye.